Hello there, it is time for another Cannes Rendezvous. Now, this festival provides a window onto the world of filmmaking that attracts thousands of fans from all over the world. This year, one of the films in the official selection offers a darker view, David Cronenberg's Maps to the Stars. With its divas, child stars, money grubbers and more, it gives us a vision of Hollywood, but not as we know it. Louise Dupont has been to meet one of the stars, John Cusack.
Havana, sweetheart, I hate to be leaving this on your phone, but they announced that Damien went with Azita. I know and I respect the reasons why it was so important to you.
I hired a girl. It's amazing.
Why is it amazing?
This isn't a very glamorous job. I'm not used to glamour. She's disfigured, burned in a fire on her face.
People don't just enter our lives randomly, we call them.
John Cusack, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Maps to the Stars is a satire of Hollywood and the effect of fame on people. You've been working in Hollywood for the past 30 years. Is Hollywood as terrible as it's made out to be in the movie?
Well, I think it's a sort of a dream about Hollywood, but it could be anywhere. It could be Silicon Valley, or it could be the financial district in New York, it could be Washington, right? It could be anywhere where people are very ambitious and very afraid, and where greed and fear, and there's an ecosystem of that where people are trying to always try to get an edge, always try to get an advantage.
This film is all about the weirdness of glamour and celebrity, and yet it's presented here in Cannes, which is maybe the most glamorous and famous festival in the world. Isn't it a bit ironic for you?
Yeah, the film, but I thought Cannes a perfect place for it because it's a festival that celebrates auteur filmmakers and strange films, dark films, unique, aggressive filmmaking. And I think the culture of Hollywood and LA has such a specific feel to it that I think the perfect place for it is Cannes.
You say yourself that you never believed in the celebrity culture.
No, never did.
The film shows that Hollywood is a very small world. How do you manage to stay out of it?
Well, I think you just don't actually go. That's what I do. But I have a place in Los Angeles, but I'm in Chicago, so I've always felt like an interloper in a way, or I'll go in and I have friends there, and there's a lot of creative people there, and people that I love, like Bruce Wagner, but they all have a survivor's stare in their eye, you know? It's very hard to retain your soul there a little bit.
What was it like to work with Julianne Moore? Tell us more about her.
Well, it was, we had met socially a few times, and my sister had worked with her, but the first scene we did was her weeping and confessing and baring her soul while I'm manipulating her, which is strange, sort of, you don't know what he's doing. But, so it was an odd way to start.
Yeah, I guess.
But it was lovely. She's wonderful. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I've always wanted to work with her.
It's the first time you're working with David Cronenberg.
Yes.
How is it like what kind of director is he?
I think he's like, he's a formalist, but he's always looking to reduce things to their, in a way he's like reducing and it goes out. So he's looking at a scene and he's trying to get just the essence of it, and he's concentrating on it, but it's all very fluid, and it's one or two shots, not a lot of coverage, very assured. So he's very precise, very intense, and very open. And the mixture of Bruce and him is very interesting. They both sort of get into the DNA or the root of a certain kind of a sickness or an intensity, and then when you put them together, they're actually more than each of them. So I think Bruce and David is a remarkable aesthetic combination.
What are they offering?
$5 million, 10 points from cash break.
What's Jeannie asking?
8. 20 from $1.
What do you think?
I think we have their balls.
Goo gajoob. Goo gajoob.
Stafford, you gonna eat?
I was listening to a very interesting tape of the Dalai Lama on the way home. Say what you like about politics.
The man is a pro.
In the movie, your son is a very young and spoiled actor. You started your career quite young yourself.
Yeah, right around his age.
Yeah. What was it like to be a kid in Hollywood?
It's changed a lot, but when I was younger, I worked with Rob Reiner, who was an actor. So he knew how to take care of actors, and he taught me a lot of things. And then as I got older, I got to work with some of the some of my heroes, like Al Pacino. And so I was lucky people took me under their wings. But right now, if I look at Hollywood now, and I know some younger actors and actresses that I've worked with, and you really feel for them and you want to look after them a little bit because it's a hard climate out there, especially for actresses. And the film captures that very well. It's really brutal on actresses.
Well, Zita's in the hospital, you know, she totally lost it.
No.
I know, it's beyond, but do you still want to do it?
Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Come on, sing it.
You've been in more than 60 movies. You've been working with directors such as Clint Eastwood, Woody Allen, Spike Jonze. Every character you play seems to be really different. What is the secret to longevity in this industry?
I think there's luck, being stubborn, and probably I'm not very worried about preserving any sort of image or brand. I don't really think about it. So I'm happy to play any role. And you know, if movies are like dreams, you know, you can play any role in the dream. You want to play a villainous person, a darker person, a person who's lighter. It doesn't really matter to me. So I'm happy to do any role. So I'm not worried about my image really so much. So I think that's helpful. If you're trying to protect something, you're not being very creative.
You've never been shy to express your political opinions, like about the war in Iraq, for instance. Why is it important for you to speak out as an artist?
Well, I think I don't know if it's important for other artists to speak out. I just sort of do what I want. If you act that way, you find out that you like it better than sort of cowing and trying to make sure everybody's likes you, and are you saying the party line? And some of the things about politics are so extreme these days that it doesn't really take much courage to tell the truth, because you know it's all Fellini all the time.
Well, thank you very much, John Cusack. Thank you for being with us, and have a great festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.